Okay, so are you guys working on any new projects, whether it be album-wise or just anything else fun that you have up your sleeve?
We're getting ready to do the Prodigal Tour.
Oh, cool.
And Ben, my buddy Ben's at home right now. He's managing the band now, and he's been working on a film for it. I can't say too much, but we're gonna try to interweave like visual awesomeness with music, with audible awesomeness, and it's gonna be like a tour unlike anything you've ever seen. And we're really excited. There's a lot of moving pieces that got to come together into place like a beautiful puzzle, but we're getting really close to in the middle of September we're going to hit that fall tour season, and we're going to have a tour unlike anything else. So we got the Prodigal Tour coming up, and you know, I think really it's about time to get ready to start writing again. So yeah, we're excited. We're excited for what God's got planned for the future.
So what advice would you give to young people today?
Man, you know, I look around and I saw, you know, just watch the news, and it's so bleak, it's so sad, and I know that this world we live in is fallen, but I'm so grateful for Generation Rise, for ministries that try to bring people together, because I think so often the world tries to tell you who you are and define you, and by your differences, by how different we are, which differences are awesome, and they make the family of God work in one unit, but I think we need to celebrate us as a family, like brothers and sisters coming together with struggles, with different things, plenty of different things, but there's a lot of sameness. There's a lot of same struggles that we go through. There's a lot of same joy that we find, and being brothers and sisters, we're here to sharpen each other, to go through those hard times together. And so I think my encouragement is just to continue to pour yourself into each other, to find friends, especially those friends that love the Lord and that you can come to know. And that way, when you feel those days of loneliness, because they're going to come. Loneliness. I mean, I'm 34 and not married, not, you know, all this stuff, and those are tough times sometimes. You're like, am I worth it? Am I good enough? Can I do it? And, you know, and so many times Satan will tell you that you're not good enough. There's no way. Just give up. But our God is quietly prompting us to continue on and to do it as a family. And so I just pray that the family of God gets lifted up, that we draw closer to each other, and that we find out we are similar in a lot of ways, and we celebrate that. We celebrate just being a family of God together.
You were talking earlier about something different now that affected you even when you were younger.
That's right.
So how did you come to Christ originally?
Well, I was born. My parents were Christians, and took me to church at 4 years old, and it was great. I ended up, you know, getting baptized at the age of 5, and our song "You Love Me Anyway" kind of is about the story of my first sin and my first forgiveness and that baptism. But really, God grabbed me when I was a junior in high school. My parents divorced, and even though it was such a tragic thing, you know, God was surrounding me with friends, like that community that I'm talking about, that family, with pastors and mentors in life, and that even though I had fallen and was broken, there was plenty of people there to help pick me up and keep me going. And I was able to, a lot of times when tragedy strikes, you either run away from God or you run to Him. And God almost like forced me into His arms. It was a beautiful thing. But really going to church camp, like, well, you know, as cheesy as Kumbaya church camp sound, I tell you, it's not cheesy. It is powerful. And then ministry is done a lot of times when you separate yourself, because the world gets busy and you get overwhelmed. When you separate yourself, when you go off to camp, yeah, it becomes a little bubble and you feel safe, but in that bubble you get to open up and be yourself and let out what's been inside you, good and bad. And people are there not to judge you, they're there to be a family. And so, you know, that's another thing I'd encourage is go be a part of a church camp, especially if you're a young teenager, high school years, middle school years. Do it, because you get to be yourself, and nobody's gonna judge it. If they do, you know, that's their problem. But you're a part of this family, and so in that safetiness, in that safety of church camp, I was able to be myself and find out that I truly did. The Lord loved me more than life, and that I wanted to give my life to Him. And you know, I really kind of rededicated myself and been really on fire ever since, just trying my best. Falling down a lot, messing up a lot, but trying to continue to pursue Him in the good times and the bad.